Fun fact, a magazine no one reads actually rated us the #2 best mid-sized liberal arts college in the Northeast, excluding Vermont.
Woohoo! I went here.
I can tell.
Welcome back to Kirill Smashes Acting. I'm Kirill, actor, educator, cat enthusiast. Today's video is going to be a little bit different from the educational videos we've been doing and focus more on the experience of an actor when they are starting or going through their training. For those of you that don't know me, I have spent a lot, some might say too much time, in college. I have 3 separate college degrees, 2 undergraduate and 1 graduate. I taught during my time in grad school. I've also been guest lecturing, and I've taught at different universities and privately post-graduation of grad school. So I know my way through at least the educational part of acting better than almost anybody you're going to find. I get a lot of questions about what it was like to train as an actor. What does that mean when you're in the nitty-gritty? If you see me looking off or hear some noises or see somebody running across my desk, I just got a few new foster kittens in and they love this office. So today we're going to be touching on the undergraduate experience for an actor, but more specifically 3 things that myself and other actors I know who I've asked wish that we had done better during our undergraduate training, and 1 more piece of advice that, while it didn't come up from anybody, I still think is a really good piece of advice to know. So let's start with the thing that came up most when I asked other people what they wish they had done better during their undergraduate training. And that is actually read the books and the materials that you're given. Now, I know a lot of college students, goodness, they're loud. Now, I know a lot of college students will give you that same answer that, oh, I wish I read the book, oh, I wish I read the book. But us as actors, it sometimes seems silly to read an entire book of history or an entire book of theory when we're there to, learn the craft hands-on. But in reality, it could have given you so much more background and understanding as to why we do certain things that I think myself and many of the people I polled really missed out on connecting the dots quicker and more efficiently than we did in our undergraduate training if we had just read the books. In this channel, I'm always referencing different books, and I spend so much more time now reading books about acting theory than I ever did when I was in college, and I kind of wish I had put more of that when I was in my undergraduate training. By the way, even once you're out of school, I really recommend going over different theory books, even if it's on subjects that you feel very strongly on. You never know when a little bit of a reminder of something you might have forgotten will help you get to that next step, or you might learn a different point of view on something you think you already know. So while you're there, genuinely read all the books assigned. And if you find a topic that you really love, like a certain particular acting style, ask your instructors if they know other books that you might be able to read to become stronger in that topic. Generality is the killer of art. So the more you understand things on as specific a level as possible, the quicker you're going to get to that next breakthrough, that next step in your development as an actor. The second thing that a lot of the people I polled responded with was trust your instincts / don't be afraid to challenge your professors. When we first start as acting students, we almost kind of revere everything that the teacher's saying to us, especially if it's a teacher you like and you respect. I know I was guilty of that. But if you feel something that maybe something's not working for you, this is Spark, by the way, or a certain technique isn't working for you anymore, or you're having trouble understanding a concept, feel free to talk with your professors and really challenge them on what you think works for you and what doesn't work. He's in my mouse. You'd be surprised how your professors not only appreciate your honesty, but genuinely want to use that information that you give them to help you grow. Trust me, now that I've been on both sides of it, if a student came to me and said, hey, I don't think this is helping me, but here's where my instincts are taking me, my job as the professor was always to bring them back towards, okay. My job as the professor was not to tell them, oh no, you have to do it this way. My job is to find how what they're telling me they're feeling and experiencing can be taken through our lesson plan to help them become a better actor in the end. So as long as you're respectful and you're coming at it from a place of honesty, no professor in the world is ever going to tell you that your instincts are wrong. They're going to help you find ways to better harness your instincts. The third answer that came up a lot in my poll, and I definitely saw this in my own experience, was actually do the journaling that your professors gave you. Many different professors will ask you to write out a journal, usually 1 or 2 entries a week, just so they could see how you're progressing. I always found this as busy work, and to be honest, I know some of my undergraduate teachers still watch my videos, so to be honest, at the very beginning, I would pretty much do them right before they were due. The reason I say really follow through with the journaling assignments your professors give you is because that journaling gives you a chance to genuinely step back and reflect on what is working and what isn't working. One of the things I talk about with my students all the time, and something I mention on this channel, is that you have to learn to play your instrument. But if you don't step back and try to figure out what your instrument is doing, you might miss the opportunity to change an approach or to change part of your process to help you become a better actor. I tell every single class at the beginning of a semester that if they work hard and they do the assignments, they will walk out a better actor. So every single professor that you have during your undergraduate degree has that goal in mind. They're not giving you these assignments just so you can have busy work. They're giving them to you to help you become a better actor. So if you don't take the time to do these journals and really self-reflect about what's working, what needs improvement, and how specifically you can approach the roadblocks you're having, well then you're only setting yourself back from becoming the best actor you possibly can be. The final piece of advice that I'm going to give is get friends outside of the theater department. When you're in your undergraduate training, everything that happens feels important. Whether that's who got cast in what, who's doing what scenes, whether you're doing well, whether somebody's doing better than you. And if you only surround yourself with people in that same environment, well then that becomes super stressful. But if you give yourself the opportunity to join clubs, meet people at your university that have nothing to do with your theater program, you're going to feel a lot less stress because you can approach your training as training, as a process, instead of feeling like you have to succeed based on who's around you. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe, and let me know what else you want to see on the channel. This is my beautiful cuddle buddy, Nod. She has the most tortitude out of any cat you'll ever meet. And she's very sassy. Say goodbye, Nod. Goodbye, Nod.